10 things men do that push women away. Firstly, unwelcome hostility. Within the first few minutes, a lot of men sabotage their chances. Instead of striking up a regular chat to prove your assertiveness and resolve, you want to engage in sexual activity with her before she even knows your name. Many men mistakenly believe that being aggressive and self-assurance are the same thing. Women don't typically seek out physically aggressive men. In fact, your intrusive actions make you appear creepy. Guys who are self-assured are more attractive to women, and self-assured men don't mind taking things slowly. They can demonstrate their confidence to a woman without resorting to force. Anyone who encounters them can immediately tell they are confident. Because of this, self-assured males show more attention in their partner's speed and preferences. They don't hesitate to move in, but they are always respectful of her personal space. Therefore, if you want to demonstrate to her that you are a confident individual, avoid being intrusive and forceful. Maintain a reasonable pace in your relationship with her. You'll damage your prospects if you don't. The second is unfavorable expectations. What do you want in the beginning of a relationship from your partner? It's simple to lose control. You begin to imagine what your relationship might be like since you see potential in them and are eager to spend more time with them. You overestimate your connection because you've just been on a few dates. You get overly serious about them and begin to demand things from your spouse that they are unable to meet. Disappointment is inevitably the outcome. When something doesn't go as planned, you become frustrated, but how could they? Your partner wasn't aware of the expectations you had for them. Many guys believe that women are mind readers. Their expectations are never met since they are unable to express what they need or how they feel. Therefore, it is your job to express your desires if you want something. It's your responsibility to align you and your relationship. But keep in mind that communication is not always a given. Although you may express an expectation verbally, your spouse is always free to make a decision. Therefore, avoid blaming your partner for deviating from your expectations if you do so. Your connection is then completely hopeless. The third is requesting assurances. Women generally dislike men who need to be reassured all the time. She desires a partner that is secure in their relationship and in themselves. Let's say you're concerned that a woman won't be interested in you, yet one day she confesses her feelings for you. That's a significant step in the right direction, yet you let your doubts win. You keep asking her to tell you more and more. You're constantly making her justify her emotions, which reveals a maddening degree of uncertainty and self-doubt. If you're not careful, your partner can leave because of your insecurity. Therefore, when she expresses her feelings clearly, pay close attention rather than seeking affirmation. Once you are aware of her feelings, you can feel secure in your relationship. That assurance not only demonstrates self-worth but also deepens your relationship with her. She will therefore assume something is wrong if you constantly worry about your relationship, and ultimately, something will be. In the beginning of any partnership, have confidence in the base you're creating and take precautions to calm your nerves. Fresh relationships can be intimidating and perplexing, but nothing can ruin a new bond more quickly than your own insecurity. The back burner is the fourth item. Your partner anticipates being your top priority. She requires you to show up if you make plans. Yes, maintaining a healthy balance among your relationships with your job, friends, and interests is essential. However, no woman wants to be your backup. Nobody wants to be neglected while you hang out with another person. Many males turn women off with this careless habit. They make commitments to the ladies in their lives, but afterwards put other people's needs ahead of hers. So don't be surprised if she moves on to someone else if you don't give her priority. The fifth, going too far. Guys frequently hear this piece of advice: be persistent if you want a girl's attention. It is generally wise advice. Women want to know that you take them seriously. They want to see that you give your relationship your full attention. But a lot of men overdo it. They stop being persistent and start being obnoxious. They'll text her non-stop, ask a gazillion questions, and make much too many attempts to win her favor. Even though you may think you're being persistent, you actually are. You ought to go after the person you like. Find ways to express your concern for them. But there is a give and take in every relationship. Give her an opportunity to express her own feelings if you've made it evident that you are interested in her. If not, you might err on the side of caution. 6th, careless dishonesty. Do you twist the facts? It could seem like an easy out to lie. To maintain harmony, you can tell a small white lie. But lying destroys your relationship every time it happens. The trust your lover has in you is betrayed through dishonesty. Your relationship won't develop if your partner can't trust you. Because trust is incredibly difficult to rebuild when it has been gone. Therefore, regardless of what you say, she will always have the suspicion that you are lying in her mind. Even worse, a lot of males try to downplay or deny their dishonesty. When they lie, they behave as though it's not a big problem. They want absolute honesty from the women in their lives, though. Trust, however, is a two-way street. It is your duty to be sincere with her if you don't want to be deceived. Tell the truth, then. Even if it causes inconvenience, be truthful and direct. 7. Making fun of insecurity. Some males find accomplished, self-assured women to be intimidating. His fears are stoked by her success, making him feel small or inadequate. Men sometimes strike out by criticizing their partners rather than confronting their insecurities. Let's say a guy earns less than his girlfriend does. He initially maintains that it doesn't affect him. But it truly does, deep inside. He is insecure about his financial situation, and this nervousness manifests itself in his actions. He therefore mocks his girlfriend's career the next time she discusses her employment. He disparages her achievement. Why? Considering that he must make up for his own shortcomings. Any connection can be broken instantly by this offensive behavior. Women want the males in their lives to elevate them rather than diminish them. You desire respect and appreciation, right? The ladies in your life, though, have the same desires. Every time you downplay their accomplishments, you're minimizing the effort they've put into achieving their objectives. Most women find this to be a deal breaker. The 8th habit is passive listening. Due to the importance of listening in any relationship, successful partners are good listeners. Sadly, many males never develop the ability to listen, especially to the women in their lives. Let's say the two of you are having supper. She is paying attention as you speak as you are sharing a story from your past. She engages you in meaningful conversation, laughs at your jokes, and beams when you're excited. But after you've finished speaking, she begins to tell a story of her own. You cease paying attention and stop listening. While you pretend to be paying attention, you are actually considering your next move. One of the most typical ways that guys push women away is through passive listening. Too many males become distracted when a woman speaks. Conversations with oneself are not something that women enjoy. She wishes to speak with you. She wishes to share with you her experience, her thoughts, and her feelings. She wouldn't bother speaking if she didn't have to. Therefore, each time you ignore her, you are communicating with her. She understands loud and clear that you are conveying to her that you don't value what she has to say. Therefore, if you don't listen well, she'll eventually find someone who does. Rushing their relationship is item 9. How can you tell when a relationship begins after dating? This is a challenging question, and many males stumble over it. They get right into dating, and their eagerness backfires. Men frequently overestimate their readiness for a committed relationship. They rarely take into account her sentiments while making decisions since they only want the benefits of having a partner without putting in the time or effort. She could not be prepared for a meaningful commitment, despite the fact that you might desire to date her. You appear like a total stranger to her. Be patient. Relationships require a lot of communication and time. If you're not using the proper labels or checking all the boxes, don't worry. Those procedures will automatically be followed if you enjoy being together. Possessive behavior is the 10th item. Early in a relationship, many guys become possessive. They start attempting to influence their partner's conduct after 1 or 2 dates. They always want to be aware of who they are speaking to. They begin to question their partner's decisions after becoming suspicious that they are making overtures to other males. This raises a big red flag for the majority of women. She rejects being treated as your property. However, many men become consumed by their jealousy and attempt to dictate how she behaves. Allow her to live her own life unless you wish to push her away. Don't comment on every decision she makes. Men and women simply want to be accepted and trusted for who they are, not for what you think they should be.